Okay, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the weekly tactic update. There are going to be some more major changes next week coming, because by the time you're watching this, you should have seen the videos on the ultimate tactics. I want to create, as I said, a meta tactic for each variation, each tactic before the end of the year, just to give you guys all the tactics once and for all. I'm going to go through the meta layout. There's one thing I want you to bear in mind. We know now we're going into the second week now of players that are using, and just while I'm ranting on about this, you can just copy and paste the tactics and pause the video yourself. Both of these guys are going to come back in defense. But people have been complaining about the issue with Messi, and what's happening is that people are getting the ball with Messi and just trying to run through a defense. Now, there's a few things you can do to counter this. If you know someone has got a player like Lionel Messi on the ball, because we all know what happened in the Team of the Year saga, and to be honest, last week when I played Team of the Year, last Friday should I say, when I played, there was more Messis that I saw than people without Messi. Maybe because I played on Friday, maybe the tryhards were playing at that point, maybe. But what you can do is you can reduce, not the depth, because the depth is important, because you don't want to be so far back to give Messi space. You can reduce the width. You can even take this down to all up to 35. I would say around 40 is a good region. Now, obviously, when you do this, you are going to be open on the wing areas. So it's a bit of a catch-22 situation, because if you allow the wing areas to be exploited, you could potentially get done from a cutback. So I just want to say, if you are playing against someone who's got Messi and you're worried about getting done in the central areas, then you can reduce the width. Otherwise, you can use a more balanced width. To be honest, there's no changes to the 4-2-3-1. We're probably going to move this now to more of an attacking formation. In my 4-2-3-1s, I've very much all been balanced towards more balanced towards attacking, but also defensively solid. So a lot of my 4-2-3-1s have always been like that and been in a rigid structure. So that is the 4-2-3-1 tactics. We're actually going to move this one slot over next week as well, because we're going to be introducing a new meta tactic. It's one that I've actually been using since the day the game came out, but I actually forgot to release it. If you're part of the Patreon, actually, you might have seen it. Don't forget, if you want to join my Patreon, so patreon.com/NoGuides. If you don't get above after 1 month, refund your money. That's the No Guides guarantee. To join my FC24 school to learn FC24 and even prepare for 25. But yes, there's a tactic that actually replaces the 4-2-3-1 that, truthfully speaking, I've been using since the beginning of the year, but I kind of just forgot about it. Because it was kind of broken with the companion app, but you'll see that as well next week. It's probably more of a anti-press tactic and how to deal with the press. The 5-2-1-2, I still think, honestly, now is making its way to its top 5 formations inside the game. It's kind of a shame that it's banned on the pro scene, but it's a good thing, because not everyone watches this video, so you guys will know about it. I generally think this is top 5 formations in the game right now, especially with Team of the Year players and with whipped crosses. This is definitely one of the best formations you can play, and don't forget, pros can't use this because they're banned. You're banned from using all 3 and 5 back formations. The formations like the 5-2-1-2, 3-5-2, etc., they have been banned. We've got fast put-up play, and we've got forward runs, and we've got 40 width. Again, this is a very attacking formation. Although people look at the number 5 and they think, oh my god, it's a defensive formation. But if I say it's like a 3-2-1-4, everyone's going to think it's all out attack. It's just the way that you say it. Stay central, stay forward for both strikers, get it behind. Cam on stay forward, get into the box for cross. Left centre, mid, right centre, stay back, cover centre. And as usual, the most important positions is the left back and right back, both of them on join the attack and overlap. So this is the flying fullbacks formation. I generally think that this is one of the best formations in this game. And you can use super keeper on the goalkeeper. Definitely give this a go. What we're going to do after next week is we're going to start showing you slots. Next week we'll kind of give you like the best of ultimate tactic as well. But I'm also going to create some slots for you. So, you know, I've got like defensive 4, like you might have seen earlier on this week. I got like a 4-1-2-1-2 that's more possession based. I will tell you what slot to put them in for your own place. As I said to you, we want to move now this year to creating your own tactics. You learn tactics yourself, guys. I don't want you to just give you tactics, you copy and paste them. Listen, better for me, you watch my videos, but I want you to learn them yourself. That way you can adapt it for your own style. So definitely the 5-2-1-2 goes in there. The 4-3-2-1 pretty much still stays there. I've not really made some. I've kind of tinkered a bit with 71 depth with Team of the Year with the players that I have, because You can technically get away with 71 depth now because you've got Team of the Year players. They can recover faster, they can run faster, and they got higher stamina. So you can definitely very much get away with it. We've got balanced, direct passing, and 40. It's very similar. This is kind of like my Anders, Tex, all-in-one Marley's tactics together combined with mine. Maybe even like something, maybe we might do like a PX Zin tactic. I'll see if I can try to acquire the tactics that he has. If anyone does know PX Zin, feel free to let him, feel free for him, send me his tactics. I can make a video with him as well. If anyone does know him. Unfortunately I do not, but maybe I might send a message and get the tactics video out for you guys like I did for Ethan, I believe, last year. That's actually a really good series if you remember from last year, where kind of I got a pro player. I even got Dami as well when I'm using the 3-5-2. I mean, I chose specific players like Dami because I was talking about the 3-5-2 being meta before it became meta, and of course Dami won his duo game. Well, not duo game, it's actually a best of one on each side in the E-Premier League. So I thought it would be a very good example to bring a player like that on that can explain the use of the 3-5-2. Got Neymar on cover wing and balanced, left back on stay back and overlap, and right back on overlap and balance. Don't forget this one defends in the 4-4-2 and then it attacks in 4-3-2-1. There isn't really any other change in regards to this. You can, if you want to, maybe even get away with using long ball a bit more, but that is pretty much it. And even the 4-2-4 very much stays the same. I've kind of left constant pressure on. I just use this kind of just to, as I said, the 4-3-2-1. This defends in the 4-4-2. And by the way, because this is a weekly tactics update, if you missed any of the tactics out, I've got a video for each one of these formations on my channel, so do check that out. The 4-2-4, I'm just using it as like a complete pressing tactic now, just to win the ball back. With Team of the Year plays, you can really get away with it. I'm not saying you can't, you can use it for the entire game. You're gonna get stamina drain, but you can't actually technically use it for the entire game. I'm not condoning that, by the way, but that's something that you can do, especially if you go 1-0 down in 30 minutes. Although it's not advisable. Ideally, mentality should be at the forefront. You should be playing calm, reserved, might be 1-0 down, but there's still time for you to get back into the game. Going to gung-ho tactic like this can work only if you have the skill level. A lot of people, it's kind of a weird one because like from Division 10 to Division 6, this is a cracked formation because no one knows what they're doing. Then you have like Division 6 to Division 3, it won't work because your opponents will know somewhat what they're doing, but then you won't know what you're doing, if that makes sense. So in the beginning, it's kind of like no one knows nothing. And then like Division 3, like Elite Division, most people in the division, they know how to play. They don't run out with their centre backs, and they know how to evade pressure. Evading pressure is one of the hardest things inside this game. That's why people struggle with it the most. And these are tactics. Again, there's not really that much of changes, but I know people keep saying, Neil, where's the tactics update? You didn't upload anything last week. Why have you not uploaded a video? So I thought I'd make it. So if I don't upload a video, it's literally been, I know this, maybe there might be some small things, but to be completely candid, I'm not going to change something just for the sake of it. There's no changes here. And both the centre mids are on get forwards and cover centre, left back and right back on stay back and overlap. And that is the tactics. We'll go over next week a more meta variation of, as I said, the 4 tactics that I think right now are the best of the best, which we'll go over next week, because I think when we introduce that new anti-pressing tactic, I think we've got probably one of the best setups inside the game now, a new setup for kind of getting, and this is like the super trial, but I'll explain that next week anyway. But anyway guys, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you want to get better FC, come to my Patreon, so it's patreon.com/NeilGuides. Don't give up the 1 month refund money, that's the Neil Guides guarantee. Links down below in the description, or you can click just down below, or it should be on the opposite side of the screen. Anyway, thanks for watching, take it easy, and I'll catch you next time. Peace out.